Hello everybody and welcome to the video. So now that Elphelt's been out for a while and everyone's past the whole honeymoon phase of there being a new character, I feel like it's safe to say that Elphelt has got to be the second most boring character in Guilty Gear. Now matchups exist in any fighting game and they're pretty strong sometimes, but I feel like especially with Elphelt it's particularly awful because if you do not have a DP, she is Kusoge. Like, not even hyperbole, right? If you do not have a DP, a meterless reversal, you are dead. If you're fighting a somewhat decent Elphelt, you are dead. She will run the same mix-up on you 40 times, and then bait your wire sear your burst. You are just dead. You're gone. F in the chat, cope seethe mauled. Now, if for some reason Daisuke smiled upon your main and said, this person deserves a meterless reversal, you are completely fine. You still have to deal with her neutral, but her neutral's subpar, in my opinion. You're just fine. Everything she does is completely DPable. Her block string is DPable, she can't pressure loop, all of that stuff, but I'm getting ahead of myself. In this video, I'm going to be showing everything she can do that she shouldn't be able to do, everything that she can't do that she should be able to do, and some of the things in the middle. With all that being said, let's get into the video. So, here's some examples of what I mean, right? So, here we have Sin, the DP monkey. Normally, a true... Let me switch here so he doesn't do anything on block. For basically anybody that doesn't have a DP, this is true. Close slash, 5H into her Rekka. This is a true combo, or block string. Now, the thing is, if I were to make it that he can Hawkbaker, which this isn't just Hawkbaker, this is any DP, you can DP that. You can DP 6H, although why would you meaty with 6H? Any option. And here's another funny thing. If you were to block this move, standing up, you can't DP from that, it's true. But if they're blocking low, they can DP it, which makes little to no sense. Another problem with her is, let's say you're doing this, right? This is a 50-50, I'm just putting only the low so that we can reset the pressure. You can reset pressure after every wrong guess on 50-50, right? That's just something she can do. It's a good way to just chip out someone's health and also build her meter because she has ridiculous meter build. But if we were to make it that he Hawkbakers, you can Hawkbaker, or any DP for that matter, like I said, out of this loop, making it that she loses one of her options from it. When this character first came out, I'm not gonna lie, I thought her conversions were pretty bad, because if you get a close slash on mid-screen, you can't break the wall. Unless you have meter, be it Wild Assault or Roman Cancel, you just can't. But then I realized that. And this can be a wall break too if you want. All you have to do is run forward a little bit and delay it. That's it. That's it. And you can wall break from full screen with 50 meter. And her meter build is ridiculous, so then you just go back into her blender. You technically don't even need meter to do this. You can just use Wild Assault if you want. A big problem with Elphelt is she has some of the most ridiculous mix-ups in the game. The way it works is that if you guess wrong on her 50-50, she can get a free reset, unless you have a DP. The only thing is that, let's say for instance they guess wrong, you think, oh, then it's a 50-50 on if she resets pressure or not. No, actually. If they guess right on the 50-50, they can mash out of it. Right here I'm making it that he does standing punch, but you can also 6P. You can 2P also, crouching punch. There you go. It is very easy to get out of because since her pressure is true, you can just do that. It's very simple. You can just mash. Now it is true that you can frame trap it. That is 100% true. But if you're fighting a character that has a DP, you're not going to want to frame trap it. This is something that every character has. You can 6P her out of this. It can lead to 50-50, but again, it's matchup based. So if you're fighting somebody that has a really good 6P, like her herself, you can 6P people out of this. Another problem is, let's say you want to finish your pressure, so you do this move into that, right? Let's say you're fighting a character that doesn't have a DP. Let's do on recovery 6P for instance. And you meaty with that. They can just 6P it. Now, after doing this, if they're in the corner, you can do a run-up meaty. You can't get anything off of this, off of mid-screen, unless you use the one move you should never use on her, which is 2H. I say you should never do this because obviously the 6P, and it's just a risky move in general. It is absolutely insane how horrible this character is against anyone with a DP. She goes from having one of the most ridiculous pressure loops in the entire game to somebody that doesn't have any pressure whatsoever. Strengths and weaknesses are what make a character. When both their strengths and weaknesses depend on if they're fighting a specific character or not, that's bad game design. I don't say this to insult the game or the character, the creators. I say this because of the opposite. I really care about all three of those things because Guilty Gear is my most played game now. I really like Elphelt as a character. I think she's really fun. And I mean, ArcSys was the company that got me into fighting games, and basically the only sport I ever watch is esports of ArcSys games. I simply expected better from ArcSys and expected better of this character in this game.